There's a problem. Whatever you do, be careful with these when you hand them. They're really slippery.
took the lift in Colorado. Yeah.
I think they're coming.
Yeah. Can I go? You down? We'll go over there. Well, Margot. There's Claire. Go. Oh, she gets. Oh my God. Yeah. Go ahead. March through. This is silly. No.
He's gonna be at the end. No, I mean he's gonna do
Yeah,
Who are these people?
no, because JJ's name
Is this on? Is the speaker on? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put mine. Yeah. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. I could just do it without a microphone. Is it on? Please welcome the great class of 2025! I'll find you. Jim, I'll find you some. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome everyone to Holderness School's 146th commencement celebration. I would like to begin by asking the Right Reverend Rob Hirschfeld, the Bishop of New Hampshire, to lead us in the invocation.
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we give you thanks for this day, for the beauty of this day, for the break in the clouds and the promise of spring and summer, for the warmth in our hearts. We pray that you may be with us in a special way as we seek your abiding presence in the lives of those soon-to-be graduates of Holderness School. Thank you for the many myriad ways you have supported them through these years, through family and friends, parents, grandparents, teachers, and the staff that make this campus so beautiful. And may you continue to shower your blessings upon them and be with us today. And this I pray in Christ our Savior. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop Rob. Family, friends, and members of the class of 2025. You may be seated. Family, friends, and the class of 2025. Commencement speaker, Chris Keating, class of 81, trustee, parent of 24 and 27. Holderness employees and members of the Board of Trustees, it is my great pleasure and humble privilege to welcome you to our commencement today, to honor the class of 2025. I now invite John Hayes, chair of our Board of Trustees, and Holderness parent in the class of 2015 and 2018, to share his greetings.
Dear Holderness class of 2025, friends, family, alumni, faculty, and staff, on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, a hearty congrats for achieving this amazing milestone. You've arrived at this moment through hard work, growth, and a spirit of resilience that has left a lasting mark on our community. When you began your Holderness journey, the world was still finding its footing in the aftermath of the global pandemic. Life on campus was in transition. Schedules, traditions, the jobs program, and now our old, new headmaster, and even how we connected with each other all had to be reshaped. And yet, you all leaned in with character, community, and curiosity. You navigated these changes with grace and with determination. Your adaptability and strength have not only shaped your own experience, but has also made our school stronger. Thank you. At Holderness, we seek to develop people the world needs most. You have lived that mission and have shown us what our core values look like under pressure. Character isn't just doing the right thing when people are watching. It's checking on your isolated classmate when no one asks you to. Community isn't just shared experiences. It's creating belonging when everything feels uncertain. Curiosity isn't just academic inquiry. It's asking, what if we tried this instead when the old ways stopped working? These years have prepared you for a world that is ever-changing and is full of both challenge and opportunity. As you take your next step, hold on to the lessons you've learned and the friendships you've formed, and trust the process. You've already proven that you can rise to any occasion, and your journey is just beginning. We are so proud of all that you have accomplished and even more excited of the things that are yet to come. Go with confidence, courage, and the knowledge that the world truly needs not only what you are, but also who you are. Congratulations, class of 2025. You are now and forever a proud Holderness alum. Thank you.
We thank Mr. Hayes for his words and his wisdom and leadership as our board chair. It is an honor to welcome back to campus the Honorable Christopher M. Keating, class of 1981, to deliver the 2025 commencement address. Chris is an esteemed alumnus whose lifelong commitment to public service exemplifies the school's mission and values. Chris just concluded 9 years as a member of the Holderness School Board of Trustees, serving as secretary of the board and chairing the Risk Management Committee. A native of New Hampshire, Chris has dedicated his career to fairness, justice, and service to others. After graduating from Holderness in 1981, he earned a Bachelor of Arts from Dartmouth College and went on to receive his law degree from the University of Maine. He began his legal career as a public defender in 1992. He later founded the first dedicated public defender office in New Hampshire's North Country. Chris served for 11 years as the executive director of the New Hampshire Public Defender Program, where he led more than 120 attorneys, serving thousands of clients every year. Chris was appointed as a judge in 2001 by then-Governor Sununu. He presides in the probate, civil, criminal, and family divisions of New Hampshire's Circuit Court. He was recently appointed by the New Hampshire Supreme Court to lead the state's administrative office of the courts on an interim basis. Chris has contributed to numerous boards focused on justice and advocacy. He is the recipient of the New Hampshire Bar Association's Dufresne Award for Outstanding Professionalism, the New Hampshire Association of Criminal Defense Attorneys Champion of Justice Award, and the Holderness School Distinguished Alumni Award. As part of its annual Martin Luther King Day event in 2016, Dartmouth honored Chris with the college's Lester B. Granger Award for Lifetime Achievement in Social Justice. We are so honored to welcome Chris Keating back to Holderness to deliver the 2025 address.
Will you strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being? At the risk of losing you right out of the gate, I lead with that, the last line of the Episcopal Baptismal Covenant. I had a 20-year career as a public defender. At my 2-week trial practice training in Macon, Georgia in 1992, they taught the value of primacy, recency, and repetition. Jurors, if they remember anything from what you said in your closing argument, will tend to remember the first thing you said, the last thing you said, and the thing that you repeated over and over again. Years from now, you won't remember me, but I'm hoping that you remember that the speaker at your Holderness commencement kept talking about the last line of the Episcopal Baptismal Covenant. I'm pretty confident you won't remember me because of this story. I raised my stepdaughter Sawyer, class of 24, since she was 3 years old. I admire her for the extraordinary young woman she is, and I was so excited to tell her that I had been asked to speak at commencement. I got all ready to tell her. I thought she'd be psyched and congratulatory, but instead when I told her I was going to be the graduation speaker, she looked at me blankly and said, "Why you?" It's a good question. The first part of why me is probably my connections to this place. There's a picture of my grandfather from 1930 sitting on the steps of Carpenter over there with his hockey team. He went on after Holderness to get on a train for Alabama, and he played football for the University of Alabama. My father played baseball in the field over there. He lived in Livermore behind me in his senior year in 1956. He played third base at Middlebury and was drafted by the Milwaukee Braves. Milwaukee already had a third baseman, Hall of Famer Eddie Matthews, so Dad joined the Army instead. He went on to become a pilot in the Army and was the third baseman and manager of the 3rd Armored Division Warriors, European champions in 1959. My sisters were standout athletes here too, so the stage was set for me to display glorious athletic achievement here. My hockey career is a good example of what happened. Like many of you, I played sports that I had never played before. In December of 1977, I found myself the second string goalie of the JV hockey team. My parents came to watch my first start in goal. I had never played hockey before, and my glasses fogged up regularly, and I couldn't really skate, so the outlook wasn't brilliant for the Holderness team that day. During warm-ups, my teammates were spread in a semicircle arc in front of me, and one would shoot at me, and then the other would shoot at me from the other side, and then back and forth until what I thought was the end, but it wasn't the end. And when I stood up, I sort of relaxed my stick in front of me. So then the last person took his warm-up shot, and the puck careened across the ice, hit my stick, flew up, hit me in the chin, knocked my head back into the crossbar, and knocked me unconscious. So my first hockey game, I'm lying spread eagle on my back in the goal crease, and 4 of my teammates, I think silently elated, carried me off the ice into Barch. The second answer to the why me question probably has to do with my time just concluded on the Board of Trustees. You guys were in 3rd grade when I started on the Board of Trustees. Let me take advantage of that experience to share with you the one overriding thing I learned about this place from that 9 years. This school is truly blessed with teachers and operational staff who are people of strong character and high ideals. And they all share this motivation to find a way gracefully and inclusively to ask students the question, will you strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being? Will you have the courage and the humility and the perseverance to work for the betterment of mankind? Those aren't empty words here. These questions have been woven into the fabric of this school. There are thousands of ways these sentiments get played out. In the hundreds of community service hours you've performed, in the thousands of hours you've devoted to the jobs program, in the small habits of mind, in the way that you interact with others. My third and last answer to the why me question is really why us. And my answer to you is this: you, the class of 2025, and every class before you, has been subject to this steady drip, drip, drip of that question from the last line of the Episcopal Baptismal Covenant, asked in all variety of ways, subtle and straightforward. Will you strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being? That persistent earworm of a question has been your constant companion as students in this school, and it's a question that has stayed with me for 20 years as a public defender, my experience now as a New Hampshire judge. For those of us of different faiths, some of what we experience in the setting of an Episcopal school can feel like an ill-fitting shirt. And for me, as an immature adolescent boy here, I didn't quite know what to do with such weighty concepts. Like anything and everything in a pluralist society like ours, we have to do our own critical thinking about what truths we're going to hold dear. And we all come to that analysis in different ways and at different times. But a lot of my own experience and contemplation have led me to conclude that that question, when asked with grace and inclusivity, is not a bad article of faith, even for the secular. There's a humility in the question that acknowledges the constant work to be done. The question asks us to recognize that the peace and prosperity in our society is not the natural order of things. The question asks us to recognize that it's a work in progress. The question asks us to know that the peace and prosperity we enjoy was hard-earned by those who came before us, and that we have a responsibility to carry the work forward for those principles of justice and peace. I had the privilege to serve on the head of school search committee that yielded a truly incredible educational leader in John McVeigh. John said something during the interview process that resonated with us and helped us understand who he is. He said, "I drink from a well I did not dig." I loved the humility in that statement, and I want to frame it in the context of what we are asked by the last line of the Episcopal Baptismal Covenant. And that is to understand that we not only drink from wells we did not dig, but that we must continue to strive to keep the well clean, to strive to keep the well accessible to all, that we understand that we have a dog in this daily fight for justice. As a public defender, I work to convince judges and juries to see the dignity in my clients and, to coin a phrase, to forgive their trespasses and to see the people before them not with contemptuous labels like thieves and offenders, but as what we all are: humans, messy, mortified humans, flawed, fearful, sometimes isolated, sometimes broken, with our own awkwardness and our own soul and body scars. As a judge, I try to avoid the easy inclinations toward condemnation and sanctimony. I know I don't always succeed. I too am a work in progress as a judge, but I understand my obligation to be unfailingly kind and to treat every single person who comes before me with the dignity and respect that they deserve. These principles were embodied by someone who was a hero to most of us in New Hampshire's legal community, United States Supreme Court Justice David Souter. We lost David Souter 2 weeks ago. He was a favorite son of the Granite State. In his Senate confirmation hearing in 1990, he shared lessons he learned from his time as a judge in New Hampshire. And copies of what Justice Souter said at his confirmation hearing are given to every new judge in New Hampshire as a keepsake and as a remembrance. Justice Souter told the United States Senate, "The first lesson, simple as it is that whatever court we are in, whatever we are doing, whether we are on a trial court or an appellate court, at the end of our task, some human being is going to be affected. Some human life is going to be changed in some way by what we do, whether we do it as trial judges or whether we do it as appellate judges, as far removed from the trial arena as it is possible to be." The second lesson that I learned in that time is that if, indeed, We are going to be trial judges whose rulings will affect the lives of other people and who are going to change their lives by what we do. We had better use every power of our minds and our hearts and our beings to get those rulings right. Those inclusive and respectful thoughts echo the principles of the Episcopal Baptismal Covenant, and they underscore the graceful humility that he brought to his work, his devotion to public service, not for ideology or self-aggrandizement, but for the sake of the human beings before him seeking justice. I see those same motivations in my fellow Holderness graduates. Burgee Howard, class of 92, helping first-generation university students succeed. Betsy Payne, class of 80, fighting for the interests of abused and neglected children in her work through CASA. Sam Macomer, using his abundant talents to represent death penalty defendants before the federal appellate courts. Sawyer Cook, driving an ambulance this summer as an EMT in Moultonborough, Tuftonboro, and Center Harbor. My fellow graduates of Holderness School, my fellow works in progress, I see the same motivations in you, and I'll end this graduation speech the way it began, not with advice, not with an exhortation, but with a question. Will you strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being? It's an open question. It's unresolved. It's a work in progress. And we are so excited to see how you answer. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you for those thoughtful and wise words, Chris. Thank you from all of us in the Holderness community for your selfless service and example over the years. I would now like to welcome to the podium School President-elect Maeve Radigan from the class of 2026.
Good morning. Welcome, family, friends, alumni, and the class of 2025. Today is a special day, and I'm truly honored to be able to speak in front of all of you. I've learned so much from this graduating class, and I'm very lucky to have spent the past 3 years under your leadership and guidance. I've also been fortunate enough to be a part of many great teams with you, and one way I feel I can best resonate with your class is through this idea. Your class is truly a team. You've demonstrated how to come together and fight for common goals, from your AB strike to the revival of open dorms and senior assassin. And you've consistently shown togetherness, supporting each other through good times and bad. There are 3 traits that I believe make a good team, and I see these 3 attributes in your class. Number 1, a diverse range of backgrounds and traits. Within the senior class, there are 9 countries and 14 states represented, which is remarkable. Your class is filled with musical entrepreneurs, elite athletes, incredible academic minds, and exceptional community members. But what I admire most is that no one thing defines you. You aren't just skiers, mountain bikers, or lacrosse players. You're not just musicians or artists. You are multidimensional and have shown me how to be authentic and try new things. A perfect example of this is that over half of the graduating class participated in the spring musical this year, making up almost 70% of the cast. Whether you had lead roles or were dancing in the background, whether it was your first show or 8th, you brought unparalleled energy and with the help of the insightful vision of Miss Divine, created a remarkable production for our community. Over the last week of school, I also asked several of you and your peers, what's one way you would describe the class of 2025? The answers only further asserted the variety within your class. While some characterized you as, quote, goofy and fun-loving, others said you were hardworking, driven, and ambitious. You were chill yet charismatic, spirited but grounded. While in some communities these polarized traits might clash, you guys have the perfect mesh. Overall, an ideal combination of drive and humor, and of individuality and team unity. Number 2, unrelenting spirit. Your class never gives up. As Ms. Fenninger mentioned last night at the senior dinner, many of your major school events have been disrupted by weather. From rainy spring fests to waking up on solo buried under 18 inches of snow after days of rain, even to the last couple days of overcast and rain. You consistently brought energy and enthusiasm, however, to every facet of your life here at Holderness. You were undeterred, whether it be in the classroom, on the field, in the studio, on the stage, or in the dorm. When I look at your class, I see individual passions that have come together as a collective class spirit, a spirit that has fueled the success of your team. Number 3, supportiveness. I believe that the thread that runs through everything your class does is genuine support. You show up for each other everywhere, which, as we've discussed as a community in chapels and assemblies, is oftentimes the most important thing. And you promote each other and each other's events. However, I think an under-recognized skill within your class is your ability to be vulnerable to the community. Through this vulnerability with each other, you built stronger connections and learned how to be great team players. As you move forward into the next chapters of your lives, remember what it felt like to be a team here at Holderness. Remember how your team, the class of 2025, helped you up when you were down or made you smile when you needed it most. Use what you've learned about being a good teammate and create new teams of your own, wherever that may be. Good teams are led by their coaches, or in our case, the faculty. Great teams, however, are led by their players, the students. Class of 2025, you are truly a great team. Your roster is balanced, and every individual brings something unique. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Maeve Radigan, class of 26. And we are certainly glad that this class of 25 touched all of our lives. Now, I would like to call up our outgoing school president, Natalie Lowe.
Hello, everyone. Before I start, I wanted to congratulate everyone sitting behind me. This is not easy. Getting here today took so much work, and you all deserve the recognition. Congratulations, and I am so happy to be here celebrating with you today. This summer, I came across a simple idea that ended up reshaping the way I saw my life: the abundance mindset. You may have heard Mr. McVeigh speak of this, and I know he has also decided to live up to this standard. I made it a goal to adopt this mindset for my last year at Holderness, hoping to soak up every last moment before moving on to my next experience. The abundance mindset is the belief that there's enough opportunity, enough success, enough time, and enough room for everyone to thrive. It's the opposite of the scarcity mindset, which focuses on comparison, competition, and the fear that something won't be enough. In contrast, an abundance mindset reframes our thoughts into a positive perspective, asking us to become more appreciative of the little things. It shifts us from focusing on what we lack to what we have, going from saying, I have to I get to. So this year, I tried my best to say, I get to, before talking about something on my schedule. What I quickly learned is that adopting an abundance mindset isn't easy. It's a simple phrase, but living it, especially on the hard days, takes real effort. We all have to get up early to go to class. We all have to hustle to practice. We have school jobs and meetings and commitments and deadlines. We all feel the pressure of work and the need to succeed. There was definitely a lot of times where I found myself in the scarcity mindset. Any senior can tell you just how hectic and stressful this year has been. Yet, all of these responsibilities are a part of our Holderness experience, and it's important to remember that those are opportunities given to us that not everyone our age experiences. Even though they feel like burdens, they're privileges. We don't have to. We get to. We get to go to a school where we receive a dynamic education supported by faculty who care. We get to run and move our bodies, to breathe fresh air, and to be outdoors every single day, surrounded by trees, rivers, lakes, and the beautiful white mountains. We get to sit down at tables surrounded by friends for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and laugh and decompress and exhale with them. We get to walk across this beautiful campus and be greeted with smiles and friendly hellos along the way. We get to return at the end of the day to a warm room, a familiar face, and a friend who asks, "How was your day?" I haven't even mentioned extra activities like Mountain Day, clubs, the musical. Those obligations are gifts. Our keynote speaker for student-led conferences this year, Jake Tebow, showed us how privileged we are to even move our legs. We get to do something so simple as to walk around campus, ride a bike, run during practice, walk upstairs. Many others cannot say the same, and we are privileged to be able to do so. For the rising seniors who completed Outback this year, you are familiar with this. Outback is the perfect example of how powerful the abundance mindset can be. I remember sitting around the fire on day 6 or 7, thinking about how I had 4 more days of hiking, 3 more nights of a damp sleeping bag, and gallons of orange iodine water ahead of me. Anyone who has gone on Outback knows this moment. I was tired, discouraged, and feeling sorry for myself, as if the return home was weeks, not days away. What helped in that moment was realizing it was an I get to moment. I reminded myself that nobody gets an opportunity like Outback quite like us. Spending almost 2 weeks in the mountains, sleeping under the stars completely unplugged, with all we need on our back. What a privilege that is. Immediately, I felt 10 times more energetic and capable. Let's all take a minute to admit it. We were hoping for a sunny graduation day. Better photos, easier logistics, a little easier to smile and feel the joy of the day. We got clouds and a little rain. So the choice is ours. We can feel sorry for ourselves, allowing one negative aspect to ruin our day, or we can stop ourselves from focusing on the negative by saying, we get to be under this tent today, or we get to enjoy these days together. We can still choose to see the bright side, because what really matters is being here together, celebrating how far we've come. And while we're soaking in this special moment together, it's also a time for appreciation and reflection. What you get to do today, rain or shine, is show your appreciation for the people here that have made this all possible. Thank your parents and our guardians for this opportunity. Thank the dorm parent that sat in the common room late at night, listening to everyone joke around and tell stories. Thank the friend who listened on every hard day. Thank the teacher who took the time to help you out of class. Thank the dining hall staff who prepared your meal, the housekeeping staff who cleaned up your mess, and the maintenance staff who lined your field. Today's the day. Please don't hold back. This is a little off script, but I kind of wanted to start this moment of gratitude. Mom and Dad, can you just raise your hands so I know where you are? Hi. I wouldn't be here without you today, and I can't express how thankful I am for you. So thank you so much. I love you. Okay, back on track. Being able to say you got to experience a place like Holderness is a privilege. We are all so fortunate to be here today, surrounded by people who love and care about us, graduating from a school that's given us so much, and being able to start a new chapter of our lives. We are so rich in moments and people to be grateful for. As we leave this campus in search of opportunities all around the world, remember that there will be days that challenge us, just as we have been challenged here. Times when we need to dig deep to embrace an abundance mindset. And when we do, we can look back and recognize just how much we have to draw from. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Natalie. We are grateful for your leadership and example, and we'll miss you greatly. Before we present diplomas, we have 3 special alumni awards we'd like to present. I will now invite the Reverend B.W. Pete Woodward Jr. to the podium for the presentation of the award that bears his name. Pete served as the head of school at Holderness from 1977 to 2001. And as he makes his way to the podium, please join me in celebrating and honoring his 24 years of service, leadership, and wisdom to one of the giants of Holderness, my predecessor, mentor, and friend, Pete Woodward. This year, we have the honor of awarding this prize to an outstanding and deserving recipient. Each year at commencement, we honor a Holderness graduate with the Reverend B.W. Pete Woodward Jr. Prize. This prize is given in recognition of a Holderness graduate in their junior year of college for academic performance, exceptional leadership, and contributions made to their college community. It is with great pride that we present Fiona Hood with this year's Reverend B.W. Pete Woodward Award in recognition of the remarkable ways she has carried the spirit of Holderness into her leadership at Dartmouth College. From her formative Outback experiences, Fiona launched into the Dartmouth Outing Club with vigor, serving as secretary of the Ledyard Canoe Club, leading paddle trips across the country, and securing funding for bold adventures through the David Kirby Adventure Fund. What began with rock climbing alongside Coach Thatcher and snowboarding at Holderness has evolved into mentoring first-year students on the rock wall and guiding young snowboarders at Dartmouth Skiway. Fiona brings that same energy and intention to every community she joins, a commitment reflected in the time and effort she has invested in becoming a certified wilderness first responder and swiftwater rescue expert. Intellectually and ethically grounded in the values she refined at Holderness, Fiona has become a champion for justice and global understanding. From chairing the Outing Club's Diversity, Inclusion, Justice, and Equity Committee to serving as a first-year fellow in Congresswoman Annie Custer's office, Fiona continues to act on the values she explored in her Holderness senior thesis. For her academic curiosity and deep compassion for the world, she was selected as a War and Peace Fellow and a mentor in the Great Issues Scholar Program, where she builds conversations around climate change, human rights, and diplomacy. Whether organizing conferences, studying Arabic in Jordan, or welcoming future students as a residential advisor and admissions guide, Fiona exemplifies the Holderness motto, Pro Deo et Genere Humano, for God and humankind. Her achievements are a testament to what is possible when purpose, passion, and preparation converge. Congratulations, Fiona. Congratulations, Fiona. I will now present the Distinguished Alumni Award. The Distinguished Alumni Award honors an alumnus or alumna who has displayed outstanding leadership and or service in his or her community or professional field. More than a dozen classmates came together to make this nomination. Many from the class of 1978 came today to celebrate the achievements of this individual. This year, we proudly recognize J.D. Hale, class of 1978, whose life and career exemplify the values of that founding motto, Pro Deo et Genere Humano, for God and humankind. J.D. has dedicated nearly his entire career to the world of publishing. After starting at Time Incorporated, J.D. joined his family's business, Yankee Publishing, in 1993. Over the years, he rose through the ranks from Director of Sales Development to Publisher, and now serves as Vice President of Sales and Marketing, overseeing strategy and sales across all of Yankee's media channels. JD has not only driven strategic growth, but also guided the company through a landmark transition to 100% employee ownership in 2022, a testament to his belief in shared stewardship and long-term sustainability. At the same time, his passion for storytelling and regional pride led to the creation of Weekends with Yankee, a nationally aired PBS documentary series that shares the culture, beauty, and heart of New England with millions, now reaching more than 90% of U.S. markets. Whether preserving a legacy or expanding reach, JD's leadership is rooted in deep care for people, places, and purpose. Yet, JD's professional success is only surpassed by his service to others. He is the founder and inspirational leader of Team Flames, a Pan Mass Challenge cycling team that has raised over $12 million for cancer research at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Born out of his wife Cindy's cancer diagnosis, the team now boasts 130 riders and continues to grow under JD's charismatic and compassionate leadership. One nominator called him a fundraising juggernaut and a hero, whose energy and empathy bring people together in powerful ways. JD and his family have also served as host parents to 4 students through A Better Chance, ABC, with one becoming a lifelong member of the Hale family. His commitment to educational equity and mentorship reflects a core value that everyone deserves a chance to thrive. An avid cyclist and skier, JD is also the founder of The Rippers, a Massachusetts-based cycling group of over 500 riders known for their inclusivity, camaraderie, and community impact. In his hometown of Winchester, JD is a pillar of civic life. He serves as the president of the Winchester Sports Foundation, sits on the board of trustees for Winchester Savings Bank, and volunteers with local youth sports and educational organizations. Of the many alumni who nominated JD for this award, Prescott Smith, class of '78, summed it up best, saying, JD embodies all of the traits that we hold most sacred. He is loyal, committed, thoughtful, kind, and that just scratches the surface. Perhaps it is JD's habit of putting others before himself that distinguishes him. It is not often that you meet an inherently good person who is dedicated to serving others. With a heart as big as his impact, JD Hale has inspired countless people through his leadership, generosity, and love for community. We are proud to honor him with the 2025 Distinguished Alumni Award.
Thank you, John McVeigh, and to the staff and the faculty here at Holderness, and to my incredible class of 1978. Where are you? Just like you guys. And where's Judge Keating? He was a first-year student when I was here. He's done okay. I'm proud to be standing here with you all today, celebrating the class of 2025 and the power of community. I grew up in a small town, Dublin, New Hampshire. Our house, my house, was tucked away in the woods. So I naturally gravitated to where the people were in Dublin, New Hampshire, if you've been there. It was the Dublin Community Church. That was my first real community. It was at the Dublin Community Church that I met Reverend Edric Weld, former head of school here at Holderness before Don Hagerman, Reverend Pete Woodward, who gave me my diploma 46 years ago, and Phil Peck. The first 2 heads were my heads during my time here, and Phil, I've had the joy of riding bikes with all over these local roads and hills. There's hills everywhere. Reverend Weld and his wife Gertrude had retired to Dublin after he was the head here. He was always eager to get to know people and help others. Reverend Weld was so easy for a 12-year-old boy like me to talk to. He was a great listener and encouraged me to consider Holderness. I was already experiencing the power of community. I am forever grateful to Reverend Weld for introducing me to what was to become an essential community in my life. My Holderness community, along with the class of 1978, was a turning point for me. I made lifelong friends while at Holderness, and I learned how to survive on my own. AEOB, right? And where was I here? As the years passed, my class of 1978 friends have been there for one another through tough and fun stuff. Our Holderness reunions have been a helpful glue to keep us connected. When I left Holderness, I didn't know it yet, but the school prepared me to build and appreciate new communities. What has enriched my life are the many communities I've started or joined. The friends I've made and the nonprofits I've helped added immense purpose to my life. I share the power of community with you all today as a graduate of Holderness. This special Holderness community, the friends you've made, the relationships you have built, are like gold, important to cherish throughout your life. There are many more special communities ahead for you to be a part of if you choose to participate or build them. Thank you to everyone here, and especially to my classmates who reached out across these communities to nominate me and share my story, and to my wife, Cindy, Brock and Rosie and Ryder. Ryder, my grandson's here somewhere. I've got 5 and 6 is on the way. We are here today, my entire family, who have been with me in every effort to help nurture these communities. We are one, and I feel one with you all. I cherish today being part of your graduation. I never would have guessed this quiet boy from a small New Hampshire community would be invited back to join your community. I wish you all luck, good friends, flourishing communities that enrich you in the future, and I know what it feels like to graduate from here. I see bright skies and special communities ahead for all of you. Let's keep doing more together. Congratulations to you all.
Thanks for that surprise over coffee.
Congratulations, JD. I will now present the Thurner Award. The Right Reverend Douglas E. Thurner Award, named in honor of the 8th Bishop of New Hampshire and a faithful servant to Holderness School, is given to a person who has significantly increased and furthered the mission of our school. This year's recipient is Nell Reynolds. Nell Reynolds, mother of Holderness graduates Peter from the class of 18, Andrea from the class of 2020, and Emma from the class of 2022, is a lifelong educator, leader, and passionate advocate for students. With a career spent in the classroom as an English teacher and on the sidelines as a field hockey coach, Nell understands the transformative power of schools and great educators. Nell joined the Holderness Board of Trustees in 2016 and went on to lead the board as chair from 2019 to 2023, guiding the school with clarity, compassion, and purpose. She chaired the School Life Committee and continues to serve on the advancement and board governance and nominating committees. Nell is a graduate of Choate Rosemary Hall, earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts in English from Dartmouth College, and has a master's degree from SUNY Cortland in English education. Before serving on the Holderness Board of Trustees, Nell served on the Fabe School Board of Trustees and Lincoln Nursery School. With wisdom, grace, and unwavering dedication, Nell led our school and board through some of its most challenging and transformative years. From steering us through the uncertainty of COVID to thoughtfully chairing the search committee to find a new head of school, her leadership has been steady, strategic, and deeply human. As a parent of 3 remarkable graduates, she brought not only institutional insight, but also personal investment to every conversation. Most notably, Nell has fostered a board culture rooted in empathy, engagement, and shared purpose, ensuring that every voice was heard and every decision grounded in what was best for students. Her legacy is one of resilience, heart, and lasting impact. And on a personal level, I want to thank Nell for her partnership and trust. A few weeks ago, Nell's daughter, Emma, from the class of 22, delivered a wonderful chapel talk based on the idea that a person's success is often built upon other people believing in them first. Emma used her time at the microphone to celebrate the amazing teachers, coaches, dorm parents, and fellow students whose belief in her helped her to bring out the very best during her time at Holderness. So it feels fitting that I get to do the same right now for someone who changed my life by believing in me. I am honored to present the Right Reverend Douglas E. Thurner Award to Nell Reynolds. Congratulations and thank you, Nell. And now, for the very best part of this gathering, the presentation of diplomas. Associates Head of School Toby Fenninger will now come forward to read our seniors' names as Bishop Rob Hirschfeld helps me to present the diplomas.
Hello to our families, seniors, families, members of the Holderness community. This is the moment we've been waiting for. As we celebrate the members of the class of 2025 today, we'll share a few words about each senior. These senior sentences were written by faculty advisors and other members of the community who know these graduates well. As we introduce each senior, we will refer to them using the names that we've come to know and love. Please hold your applause until the end of each senior sentence. Without further ado, let's begin to introduce members of the class of 2025. From Malden, Massachusetts, Stevie Lee Jade Bannon. Relentless on the court and unwavering in her commitment to this community, Stevie met every challenge with heart, giving her all to her teammates, friends, and everyone lucky enough to know her. Congratulations, Stevie. Have the seniors stand up there in the middle. From Havelock, Canada, Arsène Auguste Beauregard. Steady, passionate, resilient, Arsène has fought to be his best on the ice and in the classroom while pushing himself to find his true passions. We're eager to see how far his innate curiosity takes him. Congratulations, Arsène. From Bedford, New Hampshire, Ashley Marie Bergeron. This Bob Brooks and Webster Cup winner has been a force for good, balancing her competitive nature with her ability to be an empathetic teammate and classmate. Ashley found her voice in the classroom, excelled on the ice in the diamond, and found a home as a dance captain on stage. Congratulations, Ashley. From Concord, New Hampshire, Belen Eileen Bernal Doggart. Winner of a special faculty award, Belen improved every environment with her nurturing energy and cheerful spirit. She's an aspiring elementary school teacher, and her future students will be incredibly lucky to have her in their lives. Congratulations, Belen. From New Canaan, Connecticut, Walker Deming Bright. Walker's calm, confident, and laid-back demeanor helped him seamlessly transition into our community this year. We will miss his steady approach to life and his palpable grit on the ice. Congratulations, Walker. From Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Delaney Ann Cassidy. Quietly confident and always with a twinkle in her eye, Delaney modeled impactful, quiet leadership. She embraced every adventure, uplifted her friends, and brought joyful energy to everything she did. Congratulations, Delaney. From Telluride, Colorado, James Hudson Chafin. Huddy radiates a rascally joy that fosters human connections. In his short, injury-bedeviled time here, he's embraced the community and its experiences, relishing AP courses, rowdy sidelines, sunny OB days, and chances to chase fun with his friends. Congratulations, Hudson. From Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Yo-Rei Gary Chen. For 4 years, Gary shared his easygoing smile, polite demeanor, and exceptional conversation skills with anyone lucky enough to enter his circle. He also delighted us on stage with his beautiful and technical clarinet skills. Congratulations, Gary. From North Berwick, Maine, Elijah Thomas Chilicki. This Coach's Award recipient is an old soul who listens intently and speaks only to add value and wisdom to the topic at hand. He leads without trying. His innate way of being draws people to him in the best way possible. Congratulations, Eli. From Walpole, New Hampshire, Eli Severia Cook. Navigating the peaks and valleys of high school, Eli has always pushed to be the most authentic version of himself. He found joy on the Nordic trails, laughed often with his friends in the dorm, and even showed off his tap dancing skills on stage. Congratulations, Eli. From Armonk, New York, Vincent Anthony Crispy. In his short time here, Vincent waltzed confidently onto the Holderness campus, bringing a strong work ethic to the classroom and, in particular, to the lacrosse field, where he's known as a capable, vocal, and eager competitor. We're grateful he joined us this year. Congratulations, Vincent. From Brookline, Massachusetts, Eleanor Elizabeth D'Alessandro Allen. Ella is effusive, bubbly, and comfortable being herself in a way that's infectious. She's grown tremendously these past 4 years, and her sense of humor and vivacity will be missed. Congratulations, Ella. From Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Spokane Valley, Washington, Jana Morning Davis. Jana's broad and genuine smile has warmed our campus for 4 years and allowed her to make deep connections with faculty, children, peers, and adults alike. She brought a steadfast resolve to her studies and her skiing, as well as laughter and joy to this community. Congratulations, Jana. From Holderness, New Hampshire, Drake Thomas Dearborn. Bright, artistic, athletic, and eager for any trip that lets him romp in the outdoors, Drake took full advantage of his time here. A loyal and committed person of faith, he was instrumental in sustaining our Wednesday night chapel gatherings for the betterment of all who attended. Congratulations, Drake. From Plymouth, New Hampshire, Kyra Ann Delacoli. Kyra knows herself and what she wants. She operates with intent and purpose, which brings meaning to her life. Both reliable and speedy on the field hockey field, Kyra is poised and ready to take on her next challenge. Congratulations, Kyra. I would now like to ask Holderness community member John to present the next diploma to his daughter. From Holderness, New Hampshire, Reed Brooke Donovan. This year's Don and Pat Henderson Award recipient has been unfailing in her kindness and commitment to this community. A 2-time leader of the Real Life for Life event, Reed helped us all see what we can accomplish as a community when we work and walk together. Congratulations, Reed. From Glen, New Hampshire, Cameron Scott Diorio. Cam's grit and determination to adapt and overcome whatever adversity life threw at him were truly remarkable. Amidst the rigors of everyday Holderness life, Cam took time to pursue outside interests that will launch him in the direction of his future endeavors. Congratulations, Cam. From North Grafton, Massachusetts, Connor Michael Dozwa. This young man has a combination of a strong moral compass and a deep devotion to his academic work. Watch out. He's an offensive weapon on the ice and a steady force on the baseball diamond. Congratulations, Connor. From Hooksett, New Hampshire, Mia Monique Dudley. Mia brings the unique combination of funny, engaged, and genial to our campus. She's not afraid to take the challenging path in life. As if Outback weren't hard enough, Mia's first attempt was cut short due to illness, but she rallied and completed her second attempt as a senior. Congratulations, Mia. From Andover, Massachusetts, Jacob Matthew Duval. Jacob, aka Doovie, is a humble leader. As a captain of the boys' varsity hockey team and recipient of the Coaches Award, he put the mission of his team and the care of his teammates above himself. We will miss his warm smile and unassuming and determined spirit. Congratulations, Jacob. From Ashland, New Hampshire, Victoria Grace Frankowski. A gentle soul, Victoria graced our campus with kindness and admirable dedication to her studies. Never one to steal the limelight, Victoria contributed a quiet determination to her endeavors, which included a rapid rise to the #1 singles position on her tennis team. Wow. Congratulations, Victoria. From Granville, Vermont, Rio Cook Gladchin. Winner of the Dana H. Rowe Award, Rio is a driven and other-centered individual who exuberantly embraced her experience here. The ripple effect of her humble leadership in the dorms, on the cross-country trails, and on the ski slopes could be felt throughout our community. Congratulations, Rio. From Billerica, Massachusetts, Mia Jacqueline Gonsalves. This Coaches Award recipient is gritty in goal and bubbly with her buddies. She's creative and curious, and her infectious laugh and generous smile made our campus a better place for 4 years. Congratulations, Mia. From Plymouth, New Hampshire, Adelaide May Goundry. Quiet by nature, yet fiercely competitive, Addie fully immersed herself in the life of the community. She was curious and committed in her classes, competitive and tenacious on the field hockey turf, and a kind and thoughtful friend. Congratulations, Addie. From Greenwich, Connecticut, Charlotte Cooper Hastings. The recipient of the Clarkson Award, Charlotte is an exemplar of kindness and resilience. The de facto mom to her advisory group and dorm, she was always ready to help anyone in need, from the field hockey team to the ski team or as an Outback leader. Congratulations, Charlotte. From Nantucket, Massachusetts, Jonathan David Henneke II. Arriving in his junior year, JD quickly found his way into our community with his quick wit and joyful presence. He was a major contributor to the Bulls' basketball offense, shooting endless, smooth three-pointers while being an incredible teammate and friend. Congratulations, JD. From Bridgewater, Massachusetts, Jillian Rose Hennessy. Seemingly born a skeptic, Jillian walks through the world with passion and a strong work ethic. She's a 4-year resident of Shep and Sargent dormitories, where she shined as a good friend and a role model to many. Congratulations, Jillian. From Beijing, China, Lian Huang. Humble and curious, Leon has achieved excellence in innumerable pursuits throughout his 4 years at Holderness. He is broadly recognized for his prowess in the classroom and for his original rap songs and performances on the Hagerman stage. Congratulations, Leon. From West Newbury, Massachusetts, Lauren Elizabeth Huey. With a smile and a quick hello, Lauren can make your day better. This Sergeant Dorm leader's enthusiasm, kindness, and energy permeated the entire campus. The effort she put into her academics, athletic pursuits, and friendships raised the bar for all of us. Congratulations, Lauren. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Catherine Grace Hutchinson. This fourth and final Hutchinson to attend Holderness is self-disciplined, hardworking, and cheerful. Katie gets the job done in the dorm, classes, and playing fields with her clear-minded focus, proving that preparation plus intelligence is a recipe for success. Congratulations, Katie. From Falmouth, Maine, Madeline Muldoon Jacobson. Madeline embodies the spirit of engagement at Holderness. Quick to offer a smile and ask how your day is going, she was a friend to many and a model for how to squeeze the most out of the different aspects of school life. Congratulations, Madeline. From Guilford, New Hampshire, Isabel Valentine Johnson. Like a ray of sunshine, Izzy she occupies, from the day student room to the JV Superstars practices to her classrooms. Her kindness, consideration for others, and unwavering positivity will help her create community everywhere she goes. Congratulations, Izzy. From Budapest, Hungary, Dora Castle. Dorca's modesty and quiet competence belie the depths of joy and connection she brought to our community. Whether on the basketball court, in the classroom, or at a table with friends, it is clear that Dorca operates with a cheerful and infectious positivity. Congratulations, Dorca. From Southampton, Bermuda, Madeline June Keith. Despite her humble and unassuming nature, Maddie's maturity, intelligence, and cheerful good nature have made Holderness a better place. Whether a teacher or a coach, adults here raved about her commitment, her capacity, and her overall positive influence. Congratulations, Maddie. From Bangkok, Thailand, Meitin Om Kosishutima. Om infused his classes with insightful, creative thinking and nuanced perspectives. As much a student of hip-hop as he is of classical philosophy, Om has been a great gift to Holderness this year. Congratulations, Om. From Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Emma Hart LaValle. This Bob Brooks Award recipient is a force of positive energy and enthusiasm. Her contagious ebullience is proof that she bleeds blue, and her love of life created a lasting impression in our classrooms, dorms, and fields. Congratulations, Emma. From Krung Te Maha Nakhon, Thailand, Shaina Tien Lim Shun Hanigun. A person of fierce curiosity, moral awareness, and an insatiable drive to learn, Tien was an impactful force on our campus. His chapel talk on the concept of forgiveness in his Buddhist faith gave a window into this principled and respectful young man. Congratulations, Tien. From Beijing, China, Yandui Will Liu. Will's dry sense of humor and unwavering honesty make him a favorite among those who know him well. His commitment to academic excellence is perhaps only exceeded by his commitment to Minecraft matches with his friends. Congratulations, Will. From Groton, Massachusetts, Natalie Claire Lowe. Nat is a Holderness treasure. Elected student body president, she's owed a debt of gratitude for her positivity, can-do attitude, and loyal friendships. As the recipient of the Marshall Award for outstanding contribution to the life of the school, Nat Lowe is, without a doubt, most fitting for that award. Congratulations, Natalie. From Big Sky, Montana, Max Adrian Marcus. Holderness scored a win 4 years ago when Max followed his sister to Holderness. He began his journey as a quiet 9th grader in Webster dorm and, coming full circle, arrived back in Webster as a senior leader. He demonstrated kindness, a strong work ethic, and thoughtfulness throughout the entire community. Congratulations, Max. From New Canaan, Connecticut, George Walker Matviak. George made the most of his 3 years at Holderness. From his leadership in his Outback group to his leadership in Niles dorm, George's smile, charismatic style, and engaging manner helped him create a positive environment in many areas of campus life. Congratulations, George. From Bridgewater, New Hampshire, Whitaker Benjamin McLean. Always polite, kind-hearted, and sincere, Whit has displayed remarkable personal growth in his time here. From his experience rock climbing to his prowess on the slopes to his capstone investigation of sustainable tourism, Whit shows his commitment to meaningful living. Congratulations, Whit. From Freeport, Maine, Elizabeth Margaret Mellon. Eliza has navigated challenges over her time here with resilience and grit. Her wonderful qualities led to a wide circle of loyal friends. Always ready to ask, how can I help? She has modeled kindness, positivity, empathy, and a strong sense of self. Congratulations, Eliza. From London, England, Assad Hussein Mohammed. Assad has spent the last 2 years joyfully bushwhacking his way through Holderness. He, fittingly, opted not to get himself key access to academic buildings for almost the entire year, confident he would always have or make a friend to help him along his journey. Congratulations, Assad. From Center Harbor, New Hampshire, Gina Dorothy Mulcahy. Scholar, national ski champion, mountain biker, and Eagle Scout, the talented Gina Mulcahy has superhuman energy, and it seems there's nothing she can't do. Her extraordinary determination and commitment are paired with a humble and unassuming nature. Congratulations, Gina. From Dexter, Michigan, Graham Harrison Newton. This one-year postgraduate quickly adapted to life at Holderness. He was a well-loved teammate and roommate who found his voice in the classroom and on the ice. Although he only had a short stint with us, he took full advantage of what our community had to offer. Congratulations, Graham. From Da Nang, Vietnam, Win Cao Win. A long list of adjectives can be uttered for this young man. Win is funny, playful, clever, resourceful, and quirky. Unflappable and under the radar, Win navigates life using his own compass. Congratulations, Win. From North Andover, Massachusetts, Blake Levi Norris. Blake has demonstrated a strong work ethic, leadership, and laser focus from the classroom to the soccer field to the snowy slopes. He is a loyal friend, roommate, and teammate, and can always be counted on to show up for those he cares for. Congratulations. From Meredith, New Hampshire, Lincoln Clifford Nyquist. Lincoln was always applying his intelligence with a special slice of humor. In the classroom, on a prank, on the slopes, or the baseball diamond. His natural charm and esprit de corps will bring him much friendship and success in the future. Congratulations, Lincoln. From Meredith, New Hampshire, Linnea Carr Nyquist. Smart and sassy, Linnea has a self-deprecating humor that belies her considerable intelligence. This four-year standout is a gritty, fierce competitor and a formidable opponent in all her athletic endeavors. Congratulations, Linnea. From Wenham, Massachusetts, Anne Cooper Page. The youngest of three sisters to attend Holderness, Annie forged her own path. An academic powerhouse and a disciplined and hardworking athlete, Annie brought her determination, love of life, and megawatt smile to all aspects of her Holderness journey. Congratulations, Annie. From Lyme, New Hampshire, Jake Bryson Parmet. Jake created his own path through Holderness School. Smart and confident, he is impressively his own person. He loves learning in the classroom and competing on the basketball court, and will be remembered as a fun-loving and caring dorm leader. Congratulations, Jake. From Burlington, Massachusetts, Luke W. Pazia. Luke has been a standout bull for his 3 years here. Both kind and considerate, he outshined during his tenure as head of school for the day. A leader in all dimensions of school life, Luke and his generosity of spirit made us a better school. Congratulations, Luke. From Hampton, New Hampshire, James Patalis. Over his 2 years here, Tanner immersed himself in the Holderness experience. His genuine intellectual curiosity, ability to put the puck in the net, and infectious nightly laugh in the Webster Common Room allowed us to see and appreciate this fine young man. Congratulations, Tanner. From Bow, New Hampshire, Adeline Drew Feifel. Winner of the Gallup Award for Creative and Community Leadership, Annie is a person who joyfully lifted Holderness with her singing voice, her superb leadership, and her enthusiasm for living life to the fullest. Congratulations, Addie. From Reading, Massachusetts, Ian Christopher Planky. Ian is a hard person to miss. And not just because of his height and his outstanding play on the court. His willingness to help anyone in need, to connect with a wide variety of people on campus, and to be humble despite his numerous successes made him a well-loved community member. Congratulations, Ian. From Salem, New Hampshire, Jeremy Joseph Poirier. Jeremy's presence on this campus can be felt in a variety of places and ways. His contribution to the hockey team reflects his strong character and ability. In the dorm, his uniquely quick-witted and good-humored style of conversation helped him connect with everyone. Congratulations, Jeremy. From West Babylon, New York, Helena Danetta Rivers. Helena is a true force of nature, a determined competitor on the slopes, a passionate advocate for community service, and an enthusiastic dance captain of the musical, barely scratched the surface of the energy she brought to our school. Congratulations, Helena. From West Babylon, New York, Hanaya Danella Rivers. Just saying her name brings a smile. Hanaya's joyful thunder echoed across our campus, from Cannon Mountain to Graham Dorm. While Holderness will feel quieter without its most vibrant voice, Hanaya's spirit, energy, and bright light can never fade. Congratulations, Hanaya. From East Montpelier, Vermont, William Alexander Robb. This piano-playing ice hockey defenseman brings a smile wherever he goes. Whether it is playing cornhole in front of his dorm or bringing his teammates together on the ice, Will is a community glue who made Holderness a stronger, better school. Congratulations, Will. From Olympic Valley, California, Esme Powell Roberts. Transplanted from California for her last 2 years of high school, Esme excelled on the slopes and in the classroom. And don't be fooled by her quiet demeanor. Underneath is a fiercely motivated student who moved through her days impressing her teachers with her academic acumen. Congratulations, Esme. From Brookline, Massachusetts, Noah David Rock. Styling, profiling, and always smiling, Noah has natural charisma and palpable confidence. Always putting forth his best effort, he's an excellent teammate and friend who brings the right energy and spirit to his teams and school events. Congratulations, Noah. From Telluride, Colorado, trainer Bruce Gallagher Rolfs. Driven by a gleeful engagement with life, Trainer has as much fun in BC calculus as he does on the JV basketball court. He's enlivened our classrooms with his insight and curiosity. We wish him well as he heelies off to his future. Congratulations, Trainer. From Royal Oak, Michigan, Gabriel Orlando Ruiz. Possessed of an easy charm and a subtle, burning academic intensity, Gabe has made the most of his time at Holderness. His quiet and unassuming intellect and his smart and poised defensive play on the ice are a dynamic combination. Congratulations, Gabe. From Boston, Massachusetts, Sally Robbie Savage. Bright, confident, and resilient, Sally emerged as an intellectual leader in the classroom. A capable problem solver and a loyal friend to many, her enthusiastic presence will be missed. Congratulations, Sally. I would now like to ask Holderness community member Walt Scheffler to present the next diploma to his son. From Holderness, New Hampshire, John Walter Scheffler. An exceptional leader and steadfast learner, Johnny navigated his own course at Holderness, never seeking or wanting the spotlight. Winner of the Net Gillette Spirit Award, he is a true adventurer in life. Congratulations, Johnny. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Edward John Schluter. A reliable and dependable dorm leader, Teddy brought a fun-loving and brotherly attitude to his dorm this year. Often seen sparring academically with his brother for life, Ian, Teddy packs a punch intellectually. In his role as Weld Hall steward, he created light and laughter for us all. Congratulations, Teddy. From Red Lodge, Montana, Trace Walker Schroeder. Winner of the Walter Alvin Frost Award and our outgoing school vice president, Trace orchestrates life with vision and flair. Equal parts CEO, party host, and servant leader. He is always making things not just work, but sparkle. Trace makes every community member feel seen, heard, and valued. Congratulations, Trace. From Charlotte, Vermont, Tanner Christopher Schneider. Earnest, curious, exuberant, energetic, these descriptors accurately paint a picture of Tanner. A Weld Hall supervisor and winner of the Dallas Award, he has been a model leader for our community and an active force of good. Congratulations, Tanner. From Laconia, New Hampshire, Megan Elizabeth Stodden. Megan is a quiet leader with a strong moral compass. Her leadership in the dorm and in the outdoors, coupled with her loyalty as a friend, made her an obvious choice for an Outback senior leader. Her innate abilities are worthy of both recognition and praise. Congratulations, Megan. From Guilford, New Hampshire, Henry Philip Stowe. Henry has a natural gift for making people feel seen and included. Whether on the pitch or the Nordic trails, Henry's genuine kindness and understated humor make a lasting impression on everyone lucky enough to know him. Congratulations, Henry. From Beijing, China, Long Ryan Tang. Ryan was a 4-year Holderness academic standout who exhibited a powerful intellectual curiosity. His respectful and kind presence in the classroom, on the trails, and on snow were coupled with a fierce determination and deep commitment to excellence. Congratulations, Ryan. From Falmouth, Maine, Graydon Scott Taylor. This Haslam Award winner holds himself to only the highest standards. He's an exemplar in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in our community. Strong in many ways, kind and thoughtful, this Weld Hall leader is deeply committed to doing the right thing the right way. Congratulations, Grady. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Alexa Sophia Thornton. Don't let her reserved nature fool you. Alexa is also among the fiercest competitors at Holderness. She lives and plays with passion, grit, and determination, and as a 4-year student, she's been a loyal twin and friend to many. Congratulations, Alexa. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Ella Marie Thornton. With a radiant smile, an infectious laugh, and an effortless sense of style, Ella is undaunted by challenge. With her characteristic resolve and determination, she always moves forward with a sense of purpose and good cheer, knowing that she can handle whatever will come her way. Congratulations, Ella. From Winchester, Massachusetts, Sophie Lawn Tonello. Sophie has blossomed during her time here. A driven student, a competitive skier and tennis player, a supportive friend, she lives with a clear sense of purpose and meaning, and, perhaps most importantly, a young woman ready to make her mark on the world. Congratulations, Sophie. From Winchester, Massachusetts, Hazel Keegan Umscheid. Though kind, calm, and steady, Hazel is a force on the ski hill and was always committed to being stronger and faster. Showing a willingness to challenge herself in her classes and an ability to establish and maintain strong, meaningful friends, Hazel is poised for future success. Congratulations, Hazel. From Commerce Township, Michigan, Braden Michael Wade. This one-year bull has enriched this community with his competitiveness, commitment to excellence, and sense of humor. His razor-sharp focus in the classroom, ice rink, and quad is worthy of praise, and we wish him the best of luck in the future. Congratulations, Braden. From Marblehead, Massachusetts, Benjamin Dunwoody Wales. Ben is a third-generation Holderness graduate. Within a few weeks of his arrival last September, it was obvious that he felt quite at home. It must be in his DNA. Ben's gentle spirit, sledding skills, sense of humor, and well-timed one-liners will be missed. Congratulations, Ben. From Lake Placid, New York, Zachary Logan Webb. A gifted, strong leader with a solid sense of right and wrong and a willingness to do hard things, Zach has made an immense impact in all areas of Holderness. A co-winner of the Webster Cup this year, Zach leads, whether out front in the community or in the back of the net. Congratulations, Zach. From Maynard, Massachusetts, Callie Elizabeth Wieg. A champion of the great Russian novels, a dedicated hockey player, and a rock climbing legend, Callie makes an impact in all areas of school life. An aspiring engineer, she embraced our most rigorous courses and excelled in them. Congratulations, Callie. From New York, New York, Jasper J. Werner. Transforming the Holderness stage, JJ brought characters to life with his rare emotional clarity and wit. We cannot wait to follow his burgeoning film career as he taps his deep well of empathy and joyful storytelling to bring the complexity of the human condition to life. Congratulations, JJ. From Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Lilius Sutherland Wheelock. Lila embodies effervescence, a vitality that sparkles. Whether hanging out with dorm mates, engaging in class discussions, or taking her talents to the stage, Lila uses her energy to ignite a sense of fun, connection, and community. Congratulations, Lila. From Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, William Ransom Wheelock. An elected leader of Niles Dormitory, Will is an earnest academic worker who is equal parts sensible and funny. As an Outback All-Star, Will was able to find joy despite challenging conditions, and he raised the entire group with his positivity and good cheer. Congratulations, Will. From Portsmouth, Rhode Island, Jade Collins Stimulus Wiggins. Jade is a positive, vibrant, and driven leader who sets ambitious goals, holds herself to high standards, and exudes genuine care. Her smile has the power to brighten any room, and that quality, along with her commitment to excellence, strengthened our community. Congratulations, Jade. From Annapolis, Maryland, Molly Jamison Rinn. Formidable ice hockey defensewoman and queen of the Chesapeake Bay, Molly has left her mark on this campus. Her uncanny wit, her skill with a camera, and her mischievous smile are just some of her outstanding qualities, which she generously shared with this community. Congratulations, Molly. From Beijing, China, Yilin Samantha Zheng. Among the funniest and most fiercely original members of the senior class, Samantha blends razor-sharp sarcasm with relentless intellect. Whether on the slopes, on the stage, or in the classroom, this young woman is a dynamo. Congratulations, Samantha. And finally, from Stowe, Vermont, Ian Jacob Zimmerman. Mature beyond his years, Ian creates an impact in any space he occupies, whether that be the classroom, dorm, or football field. Really, you need to be on your toes with this young man. His curiosity with just about everything in this world and the flood of questions that flow from him underscore his sense of wonder and his joy of learning. Congratulations, Ian.
I present to you our newest Holderness alumni, the class of 2025. I will now ask the Right Reverend Bishop Rob Hirschfeld to lead us in our benediction.
My friends, life is short and we haven't much time to gladden the hearts of those who journey with us, to strive for justice and peace among all people and respect the dignity of every human being. We ask God's blessing upon this newly embarked class of 2025. May they always live without fear, knowing that their Creator has created them holy and loves them with a power and a presence that is stronger even than death. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Creator, the Christ, and the Holy Spirit be with us all today and always. Amen.
Thank you so much, Bishop Rob. As our seniors recess, their lines will crisscross over the school crest towards the end of the tent. Friends and family, we invite all of you to join us over in Weld for lunch. Thank you all for being part of this wonderful day. It is my great pleasure and honor to say, congratulations, class of 2025.
We get to step on the website.
Yeah. Number one.